what would you deem a success in this year?
7-5 numbers wise. I think that's where it'll end up. But I think it will be 6-6 in the regular season last year, but there were a lot of uncompetitive losses there. I think that's where the improvement comes. You win one more game in the regular season, fans aren't going to love that, right? But if those 5 losses are a lot more competitive than what we saw against Clemson last year, Texas A&M last year, you can kind of go down the list in a lot of those. I think that's where you will see more of the improvement than where you will pull out certain games. Because, I mean, that Florida game last year is nuts. Beating Auburn again, pretty nuts. And then I still haven't figured out the North Carolina game, Chris. I was there in person. I saw it. It happened, but it still makes no sense to me in so many ways. DeCarron Joyner was 9 for 9 passing. It just makes no sense to me. So the odds of some of these things happening again to me are pretty infinitesimal. And I go back to all these years that I've been watching Carolina football and thinking or feeling that it's going to be an improvement in certain ways, and then just knowing that reality of most of the time doesn't match that. And a lot of times that is wishful thinking in so many ways. This year, the Spencer Rattler wild card is so high up there. I just don't know how much difference one really important guy can make. I would love to think, and I get it, man. If you want to say 10-2 and Rattler's going to win you a bunch of games, God bless you. I just don't see that happening in reality. And to me, that gap, like the Tennessee gap last year, are you kidding me? That was massively embarrassing, I thought, for Shane Beamer and company at the time. I still remember that. Like, that happened. What Josh Heupel did with his offense was tremendous. So maybe Carolina can make a massive jump with a good quarterback and Marcus Satterfield being smarter in year number 2. I don't know. So there are a lot of things that, to me, I will offer you are relatively reasonable or within the realm of expectation. But I'm more of that safe kind of more level-headed kind of thinking kind of guy. I would like to think so. So 7-5 regular season is where I sit.